and he had 3 bags for these representatives. They're Khalifas and high station in the king's presence. So I'm going to give you a bag each. Take this bag into my garden and fill that bag with whatever you want, and then I'll call you back to my presence. And one whose character was sincere and very loyal and good character took the bag with the thought that my king wants maybe to take from these, let me pick the best of them. And he picked the best of the fruits and best of what the garden had, and he spent his time to be diligent and went through everything and put it and put it and put it and filled his bag with the best of what that king had in his garden. Another of the characters of these ministers, viceroys, representative of the king in a noble position, took his bag and went out and said, I don't even think the king will really even look at what I'm going to put in the bag, but just in case he does, I'll go around and put things into the bag. And he's putting in the bag, he says, oh, it's kind of tiring to go and get everything good and fresh and beautiful. I'll stop at a few of the trees and throw in the good with the bad. I'll throw in some good apples, throw in some rotten apples, I'll throw some good strawberry, throw some rotten strawberry. And he filled his bag with good and bad and rotten and fresh, but at the top he put nice on in case the king was going to look at that bag, all the nice fruits on the front, and he has his bag. And another of the servants that he went out into the field and said that, this king's got so much, I don't think he's ever going to look at this bag. And why is he giving me this type of exercise just to tire me? Because he was also a lazy person. So he went with his bag out into the field and he filled it with rocks. He's never going to look, he's just testing me for no reason. And he put every type of garbage and rocks and dirt into that bag, and he filled his bag. The king said and gave them enough time and said, call them back into my presence. They came back in, he said, you filled your bags? Yes. There's an island, a dungeon, lock all 3 of them up. Lock all 3 of them up, each one in their own cell, and for 30 days nobody's to see them, to talk to them, to communicate with them, and put their bag in their cell with them. Now this is our life, it's not so far away. These awliyaullah, they teach and we're borrowing from their teachings, this so that we every day can remember. It's so easy that even children can remember. If the king gives you a bag, what are you going to put into that bag? And when the king turned around and said, you're going to take that bag into your jail and for 30 days no one's going to see you. Immediately the one who filled his bag with rocks, the joke was on him. He entered into the jail and now smashing his head, what am I going to do? What kind of position was this and what has my king put me in? Screaming, yelling that, I can't go, something was wrong, and that's it. You're locked up, the king's order, head into that jail. They locked the door and it wasn't about 2 or 3 days he was dead. From his own hands and what he sent before him. He didn't care to prepare himself, he went into that cell with a bag of rocks and dirt, nothing of which he could eat. And the second man went in who picked good and bad. He quickly ate the good because the nature of mankind, and by the 10th, 15th day all that was left was the rotten fruits. And by now had its maggots and everything deteriorating, but he was forced to eat that. and by the hardship that he endured of a little bit of good and a lot of bad, he survived the 30 days but he wasn't enjoying it. He had to endure a tremendous difficulty just to survive. But the one who was sincere and the character was correct, and he thought that maybe his king is going to want to eat from these fruits, he only put the best. He only put the best of what he could find. And what he ended up, he ended up in jail with the best of the baskets, the best of fruits, the best of what was in that garden, and he enjoyed his 30 days like he couldn't believe. He sat in there, ate all the best fruits and everything he could find of the best of what he wanted for his king, he wanted of that, and his king allowed him to eat that. That which you wanted for me, you'll end up in that jail eating that. And may Allah come into our lives and remind us on these events and these nights and these actions that we do, what are you filling your life's bag with? What are you preparing to meet the Lord of all, the King of all creation? Everybody is going to die, nobody has escaped it, and everybody is going to spend their days in the grave, 30-day, 40-day trial and tribulation. And what are you going to have in that grave except what you brought with you? There's no shop cart. We have an app now where we can order your groceries online. You can show up and have the groceries delivered. But what is it that we bring with ourselves in life? What are we plucking now of fruits and good deeds and good actions to send ahead of us for our grave? So it's not Allah punishing, it's not a difficulty, not a beating, not anything like that. What are you sending ahead for your voyage? On the day when we take our last breath, could be even 5 seconds we walk out the door and that is the last breath. And Allah's warning for us, always teaching for us is your good deeds and what you're doing of good actions you send forward for yourself. You're filling your basket. Fill your basket with the best of deeds, the goodness of deeds, the sweetest of deeds. Those will be the fruits in which you eat and drink and benefit from. Any type of hardship in that grave will be relieved by those good deeds. Imagine you pull out a basket full of zikr, a basket full of barakah and blessings and good actions and being selfless and serving and helping and being of service to people. That basket relieves every type of difficulty and fulfills and quenches every type of hunger and thirst. So always a reminder for myself, these holy nights that are opening, these holy months that are coming, we always remind ourselves and remind our children that you have a basket in life and it's in front of you. Fill it with good deeds. Don't be like the one who just does bad things, goes around doing bad actions as if he's filling his basket with rocks. Then ask them that in the end, with all these bad things you do, what are you planning to do with these rocks? You can't eat them, you can't drink them, and most likely they will cause a difficulty upon the self. We pray that God inspire us, Allah inspire us always towards goodness, good deeds, actions that are rewarding and that make that basket to be plentiful and fruitful and a shifa and a healing for us. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa wasila Surat al-Fatiha. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Shukran and thank you very much.